Welcome back, Remodelites. Dave with Remodel Media. And in this episode, we are going to continue our conversation about, everything remodel related. In last episode, for those of you who are just catching up, last episode, we ended up talking a lot about accessory dwelling units. We talked about mini appliances. Cracked Big Boy says, Hey, Cracked Big Boy, how you doing? So we've got, I figured out how to do this, so. Anyhow, so, where were we? Oh, yes, so we talked about some compact appliances, 12 to 15-inch induction cooktops. We talked about Scratch Be Gone. We talked about some recirculating hoods. And the best kitchen sinks for a remodel with a rental application. And all those links are in that video. The link to that video is down below in the description, so check it out if you missed it. There's a lot of really good information in there. I wanted to jump right in and answer a viewer question from last video. Pooja asked about a brand called Magic Chef. And in case you need a refresher here, Magic Chef, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Magic Chef has a color called Platinum Stainless. So I went ahead and I called the manufacturer to ask him, Benjamin, how you doing? Benjamin's my friend from TikTok. How you doing? You found me over here on YouTube, did you? Good to see you. So last episode here, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Pooja had asked about a company called Magic Chef or MC Appliance, and he asked about their HMDR 1000 ST. 1000 ST. He had asked about their platinum stainless. Here we go. HMDR 1000 ST. So he had asked about that, so I called the company and I asked them about it. And basically what they told me was, yes, it is a matte finish, so it's not going to directly match any other brand stainless steel. And it is going to be more of a flat coated finish. And the coating is designed to make it fingerprint resistant. So Pooja, if you're catching this broadcast either live or on the replay, I don't see in the chat yet, but yeah, it is definitely the that is not going to. You had asked specifically if it was going to match the Summit Appliance brand stainless. It definitely will not, and so I will leave that decision to you, whether you think it's a good move or not. I would rather have the right appliance in that space than necessarily the exact same color. That's my personal opinion. And there it is there. So that is your recap. And how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody settling in with the whole COVID-19 situation? We've got some vendors, as I mentioned before, that are opening back up. So that's good. Products starting to ship. Even stuff from Italy actually is starting to come in, which is great. I'm super happy about that. And let's see. So what questions did you guys have for me tonight as far as it goes to remodeling or kitchen, bath, faucets, fixtures, appliances, tile, stone, cabinets? Has anybody left? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go over to Plan B and just talk about some things that I had prepared for tonight. So um, let's see. So I wanted to talk a little bit about actually Twitter, and specifically KB Tribe Chat, which is if anybody follows them, everybody should follow them on Twitter. The Kitchen and Bath Tribe Chat, and every week they have a every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. They actually have a a chat on Twitter with various questions. And so I wanted to kind of go through and talk about what they talked about today. So the material, the question one from KB Tribe Chat this how's the audio coming through, you guys? I think I may be losing you. Are you guys getting me on the audio? Give me 1 second while we okay. All right, we're gonna try that now. Anyhow, so the first question from KB Tribe Chat this afternoon was, what materials, finishes, and details are popular for kitchen island cabinetry? And the whole discussion was centered around kitchen island trends and kitchen island construction. And actually, that's very relevant for me personally, because for my in-laws project that I have mentioned to you guys before, I have here's a photo I'm going to share with you guys right here of the layout that we're going to do. There we go. I'm going to share my screen with you right now. So this is right now, this island is more of a peninsula, and this is a U-shaped kitchen. So what we're doing is we're breaking that peninsula off, and we're basically going to turn that into an island. And so the conversation tonight or this afternoon was very relevant to me. So question one was, what materials and finishes and details are popular for kitchen island cabinetry and hardware? Now, there's actually two different ways that I've seen folks do something like that. One Twitter user replied that they like natural wood finish and as a backup, maybe a painted with hidden or metal hardware. But as opposed to the natural wood finish, we're actually going to go with a white shaker all the way around. And we're going to do that for a variety of reasons, but mostly because, well, we want to be able to flip this house. And in order to flip a house, what do you do? What am I doing, or what did I do? In order to flip a house, you have to sort of appeal to the widest marketplace. So one of the things that you learn about real quickly is that in general, the best way to appeal to the widest marketplace is to go with very neutral designs. And white shaker is a very neutral look. So we're going to be doing that. I'm getting some samples of countertops that I'll probably be able to share with you guys on Friday. And that's what we're going to be doing then. When it comes to islands, though, I've seen people do an island that is a different color than the main kitchen. The rest, like all the kitchen is white, but then the island is like a dark gray or something like that. As a point of interest or a point of contrast. But again, I think appealing to the widest margin of people is going to be better, and white is a very neutral color for that goal. And then, so the second question from KB Tribe Chat was, do you like to match the kitchen island to the perimeter? So yeah, that touches on what I said. I think if this was a house that I was going to be living in for a very long time, I would say, yeah, absolutely. Let's match everything to the perimeter. But I'm sorry, if this was something I was going to be living in for a very long time, I would say absolutely, let's do a contrast to the perimeter. But I don't think that that is something that I would do in a flip, unless it was in a very high-end home. And the only reason I would say that is because most people buying a high-end home are probably going to not have a problem remodeling it anyway. That's just what I've seen as far as trends. What is trending for island countertop materials and edge details? There's a lot of different a lot of different opinions when it comes to countertops. Some people like stone, like a natural stone, like a marble or a quartz. A marble or a granite. Some people like a man-made, like a quartz, like a Cosentino style stone or a Cambria or something like that. I think the man-made materials have come a long way. Actually, I did an interview last year with Mario Romano. It's back on my channel in Palm Springs at Modernism Week, and we talked a lot about the art that he creates out of somebody's commenting on my other video. But yeah, so when it comes to Mario Romano, he's using Corian a DuPont material, corian, which is like a man-made solid surface. And he uses it to create art that he actually puts on the walls of the homes that he remodels. So that is something that I think is really, really cool. And you can, of course, use corian as a countertop as well. And I'll have an interview with them from Modernism Week this year. I got to sit down with the corian guys, and so I'm going to post that probably later this year. But I'm a big fan of the man-made materials because I think they've come a long way. A lot of people like to say, oh, I don't like a marble or a granite because it doesn't hold up or it's porous or whatever. Marble holds up, but what it also can do is it can scratch. On the Mohs scale of hardness, marble is a very soft stone, so it tends to be very, what's the word? Prone to chipping or etching, which some people absolutely love. Others find that that is not such a desirable trait. So again, it's about the buyer beware and understand what these materials are going to do for you and what they won't. Waterfall edges, again, very popular. Waterfall edge, let's see if I can find a photo that I can share with you guys. But a waterfall edge countertop is when the countertop comes all the way down. Here, let me share this screen with you here. So a waterfall edge, there's a really good example of a waterfall edge right there, where the countertop comes all the way along and then it comes down the side of the counter, the cabinet as well. Hey, thanks for the like. Somebody gave me my first like. So that's also very popular right now as well. You could do contrasting colors from the main kitchen cabinets to the island. I don't think we'll be doing that in this project because, again, we're keeping an eye on house flipping, so we're keeping a lot of things very neutral, very contemporary, but very neutral. So question 4 is, what are the pros and cons of designing a sink and a dishwasher or cooktop in the island? And so I have a few opinions on that as well. For the plumbing, sometimes if you're dealing with a slab floor, adding, especially this is specifically a remodel, not a new construction, it is definitely going to be added labor to run the plumbing. Now, for example, if we wanted to do that, we're not going to be doing that in this installation, but we could very easily because we're dealing with a raised foundation. The plumber can literally crawl under the house, attach the plumbing, and it's a lot less labor than it would be, and less labor obviously means less cost as well, than it would be if we were dealing with a cement slab. In California, I'm not sure about other areas of the country, but I know in California we have these things called tension slabs. So some people need to watch out for those. And what a tension slab is they have these cables, these steel cables running through the slabs of the floor. And you have to be very careful where you cut those, because if you cut through the cable, now you've compromised the floor. And the neck, they're meant to withstand earthquakes better than just a regular poured concrete slab. So that's something to be aware of when adding plumbing to an island that wasn't there before. As far as adding the cooking, you always, there's always this balance, right, from safety to practicality and beautiful aesthetics and being new and quirky and different. And you always got to balance all of those things because they're obviously you want a kitchen that's very user friendly, but you also want it to be very safety friendly as well, and you want it to look good too. So the only concern I would have with a cooktop or something in an island could be, Michelle Grace Hotel, I hope I'm saying that right, on Twitter, kind of echoed this. It isn't safe with kids or even other adults. And I think the thought process there is probably, you have somebody who could reach across a hot surface and possibly burn themselves. And that's probably not the best scenario. Obviously, it's not the best scenario, but it's not, not the greatest idea. And however, sinks in the island, having this, because you very rarely in the cooking process will need to access both the sink and the range at the same time. So having them kind of separated out is not such a bad idea, because that way people can still be getting drinks of water or whatever else, putting dishes in the sink while somebody is possibly cooking. So it's definitely a very useful scenario to keep those things separated out. So what kind, do you guys have an island in your kitchen, or are you going to be putting one in? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. What storage solution, the question 5 was, what storage solutions do you like to include on kitchen islands? And kitchen islands, again, Michelle Hotel, I hope I'm saying that right, had a great idea for bookshelves. Now, this is something that I hadn't even considered, is bookshelves and drawers for charging phones and iPads for digital cooking instructions, unless you're she says, unless you're talking about wine or beer storage in the island, which is great to put a wine or beer fridge in the island too. So that's really cool too. So yeah, there's what we're going to be doing. We're actually doing a trash rollout. There wasn't room to put a trash rollout in the next to the sink in this design that I just showed you guys. But there was room to put a trash rollout in this island right here. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a trash rollout in the island. You've got your sink here, cooktop here, or range, and then the dishwasher next to the sink. And then let me share a different picture with you guys here. Here we go. So this is, oh, that's the same as the other one. There we go. So this is the side view showing the fridge with the pantry cabinets and everything else. And we're going to have some nice rollouts in the pantry cabinets as well. But that is, and so you'll see there's these double doors here, and then there's this single door off to the side. That's going to be the trash rollout. Right there, easy reaching both from the stove and the kitchen sink, which we're going to do a single basin undermount composite granite sink. So that's going to be a lot of fun there. And if you guys are getting some good information, let me know. And if you have any questions for your project, let me know as well in the comments below. What features are useful to have on a question number 6 from KB Tribe Chat was, what features are useful to have on a kitchen island, and please share pictures. And so this one I'm going to share my screen with you guys because this was really cool. Again, if you are at all interested in remodeling, KB Tribe Chat is a great resource, and every week they do interviews with different vendors and different types of. Now this is a big kitchen. Take a look at this. These cabinets, those cabinets, probably easily $40,000 worth of cabinets, if not more. Custom hood. Actually, that could be like $80,000 worth of cabinets, probably. If that's a German one, like a Pogen Pole or something like that, then that's very possible. Those are $80,000 worth of cabinets. That custom hood right there, that looks like a $20,000 hood right there, over the range. I could be wrong, but yeah, this is not a cheap kitchen. But again, our friend Michelle Hotel. Here's one from a friend's office. Even though it has a sink, LOL, she doesn't like sinks in the island. I think it's a good idea if it's done right. Mine have the beverage and wine fridge on the backside of the island, and I don't have any shots of that. So, yeah, this is a really cool kitchen island. So, question 6. And that question 6 was actually the last question in that series. But yeah, this little live stream actually went a little faster than I had anticipated because, well, didn't have anybody in the chat asking questions today. So Benjamin, if you're still watching, hi. Cracked Big Boy, if you're still watching, hi. Thanks for hanging out with me. And don't forget to hit the share button, like, subscribe, share it with all your friends, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay?